All right, because sometimes people need the whole conversation. Let me go so you see. You see. I got a 5-10 minute work from break. Yesterday was a friend's birthday, July 4th, and it was also America's Independence Day. And you know, sometimes you got cousin and friend, they almost one and the same cousin, brother, friend. All right, you got friend on one side, cousin on the other side. Three-way call. I'm driving, he driving. This is a lesson on how not to be toxic. So you know about your friend and his place of birth. To his perception, he had a hard time in his place of birth, and you just don't say that city with him because how he feels. I'm not wired like that, but in care of my friend, you're trying to tell cousin who jokes a lot, and you're trying to train him. He has a gift and he needs to be opening his camera like me, putting his gift out to the world. But a real constructive criticism is not going in for the kill. Like, cuz, don't go in for the kill. Like, joke with people, but don't make people the butt of the joke. Because I know what it's like when he does it to me. And I'm shaking because I was at work. Post-hole digger, PhD. Man ain't got a PhD yet, but he know how to use one. Shovel. But you tell this person, like, no, don't say mobile. The line of joking, mobile, no. Not as a rite of passage, not as a password. Just don't even start the trigger with certain people. You don't want to ruin a person's birthday, whether you think that's lame, weak, soft, whatever. And I come from this little town, but I grew and I evolved. I went to college and made friends and learned how to socialize and communicate. I don't have to be a right. I don't have to have the last word. But when a person feel like they have to have the last word, they leave no cases unclosed. So what I'm saying is, if you can learn anything, if you're from a small town, if you really operating on ghetto principles, no, we're gonna get to the bottom of this. Or if you're real messy, or if you like shade and toxicity, maybe you need to undo that. Maybe as a mark of maturity, no matter which age landmark you are, because I'm 37, I'll be 38 in a few weeks. My friend just turned 38. My little cousin, only little by a month or two. We same age. You gotta know let stuff ride. Why you wanna know so bad? You get what I'm saying? It sound petty, it sound elementary, but I've grown past that. And he's exchanging texts with me, cussing. That's real feminine. That's some whole S. That's some S. This and that. When only you really want to put someone on the hot seat, put a mic in their face, demand an answer. What do you get out of the answer? What's the value of the answer? So when you do a job like I'm doing this job, do a 10 pages, I get 13 an hour. But I'm looking at, except the holiday, 40 minus 8, I'm looking at 32 hours. I'm glad to get it. That's my principles. So I'm not gonna argue in the middle of the night with a man, my cousin. I'm not going to let him text dump me over something that just close the case. So this is just a tutorial on how not to be petty and toxic. And I love my cuz. But when you're allowed to do something in a certain community because people ain't really trying to aspire to be owners and have equity and see greater things go forth, when it's only I just have to know everything. I have to be the first to know things and I have to run tell that. I'm trying to keep these two because I want my cousin. I want to be friends with my cousin. I don't be friends with my friend. But when you got a friend that's direct, even though he's a goofball, he's direct. When it comes to the point of he got to tell you that's why nobody fool with you, I don't want my cousin to hear that. But sometimes people bring it to you hard. I have people in my life bring it to me hard. And that's why I say, if people look at me like I'm a dud, like I'm lame, that's why I don't want to know everything. The shade ain't for me. The tea ain't for me. I don't want none of that. I want the juice. Let's get to the equity. Let's get to the ownership. And I love my cuz. Even if he see this video, this ain't to spread mess. You're gonna have an elevated heart rate in the floor of triple digit heat. You need to get the sleep you need to get. You need to get the water. You need to get the hydration you need to get. You need to eat well. You do not have time to ruin your life and health on mess. So for somebody out there, step out that mess. Stand up to people that's playing crazy with you. Now, if y'all can get along after that, that's great. But you don't have to go along for the ride. So, like many a minister I listen to, Bill Winston, Daniel Robinson Jr., I got to go. I got somewhere to go. You can come with me, but if you don't want to go, that's fine. So I just want to send Somebody in the world gonna get this, cause somebody dealing with cousins, friends, just mess. Just put a stop to it. Put your foot down. Say, we're not gonna argue about this. I'm getting off this phone right now. You're not gonna chain text me. Put your foot down. That's what I do.